Hiya folks, Cyclops FPV here, and today I'm going to be doing a frame review on this little fella. Sorry I haven't posted for a while, but it's winter time and everywhere is muddy, cold, wet and miserable, and it's not really flying weather, so I've not bothered. But today I'm going to be updating this. This is my it looks like a UAV UR80, but it's not. It's my go-to micro build, which I named it the Baby Crux because it looks like a smaller version of the Crux 3, and this is in fact a although the parts are the same, this is a build I did using the Mobula 6 motors, flight board. It's got a Crux 3 canopy on it, and I've featured this on the channel before quite a few times. And what I've got today is I bought a frame kit for it. I'll put that there for a minute. This is the URUAV Force TB75. Now it's 75mm. The original one was 80mm, so that's 5mm less. They also do a 65mm version, which would run on 31mm props, but this being a 75/80mm build, this uses 40mm props. So what do you get? You get a bunch of screws, you get some, you don't get any gummies with it, but you do get screws, washers, these long I think they're M3 nuts, and you get a couple of the rubber bands. I'll come to that in a minute. This is the frame. It's strengthened at the front, so this would be the front. I've previously broken an arm off this. I cracked the laminate on it and it just got worse and worse over time, and I'm sure it affected the camera because I was getting lines and video noise on the camera, probably due to vibrations from this motor. So by getting a smaller frame, these arms are more sort of in, and they're still just 1.5mm thick, but they're more stronger because they're shorter. I'm using this as the front because obviously if I come down going forward, it's going to be a lot more stronger. The other thing you get with it is this. Now this does two jobs. This is a battery plate, so you put your rubber band on there. I've already done this. It doesn't come like this. You just put the rubber band on there, and it's a nice thick one, and it will sit the battery on there, and it goes underneath the frame, so it will sit like that, and then your USB will go through there, but because you've got this plate on it, it gives it a little bit of protection, so the USB will sit lower down, and you got your battery there. It doesn't add any weight because it's only about, I don't know, 1 gram, something like that. And you're going to lose a little bit of weight because the arms are shorter there, so it'll probably work out about 20 grams all in weight, all up weight in the end, which is, you know, the same as standard. So you're not really achieving much in the way of saving weight. You can run it without this on there and just have it like that, and then put an elastic band in the configuration that I've got there. So this way you can put the battery lengthways or sideways, whatever you want. If you're worried about the rubber band snapping, you can always add 2 of these. So if one snaps, you've still got the other one in place. But the main reason I'm doing this is to give it a little bit of extra strength on the front end. And also it'll move the props closer together. Not by much. I doubt if it will make any difference to the flight characteristics of this thing, but at least at the end of the day, the footprint will be slightly smaller, and it'll be stronger and it'll have a better battery, a better battery solution. You could always take this off and put rubber bands on it if you prefer this sort of configuration. So, you know, it's just something to play around with. So I'm going to go ahead and build this, and I'll come back and do this video when it's done. I'll see you in a minute. Okay folks, so slight change of plan here. It's all built now. That's what it looks like, and that was the old frame. So there is a little bit of difference there. I've just weighed it. It weighs 21 grams with the elastic band on and everything. Slightly smaller. I've done away with this. I've realised that the USB and the motor wires are covered up when you put this on. I think that might be the reason why you have to put these longer screws in there. But the problem with that is you'd need some sort of standoff underneath the frame to because the only way I could work this out is that this sits on top of the motor wires, but then you can't get to the USB lead or the USB port. So in the end I just done away with this and just done it the same way that I did my other frame, with just the elastic band done in the 4-way configuration. So it's still clear the deck, and the USB, I've got a little boot cover on there, so that'll stop all the crap flying into it, and the battery will cover that anyway. And I'll just tighten, because this is a smaller frame, I can tighten up the wires on the motors as well. I just twiddled them round till they were nice and tight, and that's all out of the way now. There's nothing that can get snagged. And yeah, that's basically it. That's it's a little bit smaller than it was before. It fits in the palm of my hand. And yeah, the only other thing I noticed as well is there's not really much motor protection on there. See, whereas before you had these little spines. I mean, they didn't do much, to be fair, but yeah, they seem to be a lot more, well, a lot less of it. Noticed as well the holes in the middle of this is a lot smaller. So if you were going to strip down a motor, you'd have to undo the 3 screws. But that's no biggie. But yeah, it's a lot smaller now. It feels a lot more stronger. And the proof in the pudding is how it will fly. But I'd imagine it'd be exactly the same as before. I can't see. I know the props are closer together, but they're not huge amount of difference there. So I don't know. It might be tighter in the turns, I would have thought, being more of a whoop style thing. But yeah, the main reason I did this was just to add a bit more strength to the front, and it seems a lot more beefier around the sides as well. Not that you'll break it. Yeah, see, look, compared to that and this, it does seem like there's less in the middle to go wrong. Well, this is an X configuration. This was it's quite hollow and quite light, but unless you're going to go into a wall at full throttle, I can't see that ever breaking. But yeah, it's a shame about that battery strap, but that's no big concern really. Yeah, I think this will be all right. I'm not sure if the frame's thicker. Unless that's a, do you know what? That could be a 2mm frame, this, and then that's only a 1.5. It's hard to tell. It does feel slightly thicker, but it doesn't look it. But anyway, yeah, it'd be a lot stronger anyway, even if you get snagged up on a branch or something. Like, I don't think this doesn't carry the momentum or the inertia to really damage it. I think it'd be all right. We'll just have to see how it flies. But as I said, like, I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference on the flight. I think it'd still be as nimble and quick. Oh yeah, well that's my review anyway of the frame. I'll put up some videos at a later date when the weather gets better and see what she's like. But yeah, for now that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.